running two retail warehouse funds in Germany because we found from all the assets that we bought in the first 10 years of the between 2000 and 2010 they had the best performance. We are specializing in food-anchored retail warehouse schemes today, rather in the inner city locations, so hybrid malls than out of town, because this is out of town you don't get any permits anymore, and we are specializing currently on a mixture between newly developed product that we mix with existing location that we manage to core, because with a new product we are in many cases having good and direct relationships with the developers, but the pricing, of course, we are under competition, but at the same time we are looking at existing locations where the lease length is low, where they are undermanaged, where potentially the owners are sitting not in Germany but in Luxembourg, in the UK or in Denmark, and they don't hold the tenant relationships, and those properties we can pick up at discount prices. We don't have the manpower to develop them core in most cases ourselves, only if we have to re-engineer the leases, and of course we are doing that ourselves with the asset management team. But if it needs really serious development, we bring those vendors together with developers whom we are working closely together and agree a pricing already at that time. So we are going into the value chain and creating our own product for the future, and this in a mix, new product with those assets that need to be managed to core is a good mix that allows you still to distribute income above 5%.
If you try to invest a lot of money, it's difficult to pickpocket niches, of course. I think on the retail side, shopping centers, they have to be the big ones. We like the over-regional, the big shopping centers. For example, we haven't bought in Germany for a while, but just dimensional-wise, we bought in Prague with the Platinum Shopping Center and Manufaktura, and just a big 400 million plus shopping center, simply because we believe that these, in connection with the online shopping experiences, you need to create an experience, and it needs to be a dramatic experience to corner your consumers and to make it just an experience to go shopping like it is in an urban environment. But we've also been trying to invest quite a bit into high street retail. As your graph shown, it's just an extremely difficult market to play in, especially because you've got specialized investors in Germany, like Aachener Grund, who commit the capital of the church, and they will simply outbid you quite dramatically. So it's a matter of wanting something and actually getting something. That is a big difference. And it's a matter of scale, again, like it is with student housing, which I think is a great product. But again, we wouldn't see the scale behind it. We'd love to do it, but our fund profitability starts at around 300 million equity. So trying to invest 600 million in Germany, and really it is a German, maybe Dutch kind of a product. If we do 600 million,
would take some time.
It would indeed,
It's a challenge,
to say the least. It's already taking enough time dealing with the products that we had, and again, putting up a new product now at the top of the market is a difficult one if you don't have the content, like institutional resi. You either have the contracts and you have the possibilities, and you can, feed your funds. If you can't, preferably don't do it at this point in time. But retail, what we've really concentrated on is high street retail in B cities. We bought in Ulm and in Osnabrück and in Bremen and in Kassel and in the cities that your international players won't look at, and that we have the asset management capacities to look at. Nuremberg, and we look at Erlangen, we look at the smaller cities, Heidelberg, Freiburg, the university cities as well. Because for our institutional funds, those lot sizes are ideal. They're somewhere between, say, 15 to 40 million. And that's a great lot size to have. We know the retailers well, because we have them in the shopping centers generally as well. So we have an ongoing relationship. I think we have about 7.5 billion in shopping centers and retail. We also do the big box retailing, but more on a limited scale. Again, there we'll go for the big size. like the food-anchored retail big box. That's a good one. I got to remember that one. You mean supermarkets, don't you? Thilo?
Food. Yeah, food. There's a supermarket in there.
Big supermarket.
Yeah.
Those are difficult to find as well. You've got specialized players there, like yourselves or like Redos, who we put up a joint fund with. But you need to have the supply line again. If you've set up these funds, you need to have the supply line, and you need to be aware that it's not a scalable product if you go into these niches. High street retail is difficult to scale. Student housing is difficult to scale. Shopping centers easier, but let's be honest, a lot of the shopping centers, new product, they develop for their own funds nowadays, so that's a tough one to do and to commit to on a pan-European level. So there are challenges out there, and hence why we need the whole European playing field, but would love to do more of those products in Germany. It's just a tough